The boxing world stands at the edge of its collective seat as the long-awaited confrontation between Japanese phenom Naoya the Monster and Inoue and Aspec powerhouse Murodjon model has finally been made official for September in Tokyo. This clash of super bantamweight titans represents more than just another championship defense. It's a collision of two distinct boxing philosophies, two contrasting career trajectories and nation's proud fighting traditions. The announcement has sent shockwaves through the sport, with analysts and fans alike recognizing this as a potential fight of the year candidate that could redefine the 120-pound division for years to come. Every aspect of this matchup promises high drama, from the technical mastery on display to the raw emotion that will undoubtedly surface when these warriors finally meet in the center of the ring. Inoue's meteoric rise through four weight classes has been nothing short of breathtaking, a masterclass in boxing evolution that has seen him refine his already formidable skills. With each passing fight, the 31-year-old knockout artist has transformed from a raw concussive puncher into a complete fighting machine, blending his natural power with increasingly sophisticated ring generalship and defensive nuance. His recent performances against elite competition like Stephen Fulton and Marlon Tapales have shown a fighter operating at the peak of his powers, dismantling world-class opponents with surgical precision while barely taking a scratch in return. Yet beneath the clinical exterior still burns the same ferocious instinct that earned him the monster moniker, waiting to be unleashed at the perfect moment. This rare combination of cerebral calculation and primal aggression makes him one of the most fascinating fighters to watch in modern boxing history. Akhmadaliev's journey to this championship opportunity has followed a different but equally compelling path marked by Olympic pedigree and a relentless will to prove himself against the best. The 29-year-old southpaw carries the fighting pride of Uzbekistan, a nation that has produced an extraordinary number of elite amateurs now making their mark in the professional ranks. His sole professional loss to Tapales was a controversial split decision that many observers felt could have gone either way, and his subsequent rebound victory demonstrated the kind of resilience that makes champions. What makes Akhmadaliev particularly dangerous is his ability to blend amateur hone technique with a professional's killer instinct, creating a style that's both technically sound and brutally effective. His experience in high-pressure international competitions gives him an edge in handling the magnitude of this event, while his professional development has equipped him with the tools to test even a fighter of Inoue's caliber. The stylistic matchup presents a fascinating study and contrast that should produce fireworks. From the opening bell, Inoue operates with the cold efficiency of a master tactician, calculating angles and openings with computer-like precision before unleashing flight-tending combinations. His footwork creates perfect punching positions while keeping him just out of harm's way, and his hand speed allows him to exploit microscopic openings that other fighters wouldn't even perceive. Akhmadaliev, by contrast, fights with the constant forward motion of a storm surge, overwhelming opponents with volume punching, clever feints, and a punishing body attack that gradually breaks down their resistance. Wherein Inoue seeks to end fights with single explosive moments, Akhmadaliev prefers to accumulate damage round after round until his opponent has nothing left to give. This fundamental difference in approach guarantees a compelling strategic battle that will unfold over every minute of every round. Tokyo's legendary fight atmosphere will provide the perfect backdrop for this championship showdown, with the roaring approval of Inoue's home crowd adding another layer of drama to the occasion. The Japanese fight fans have watched the monster evolve from teenage prodigy to pound-for-pound king in their own backyard, creating an almost spiritual connection between fighter and nation, yet it motivable in hostile environments. Before having won his first world title in just his 8th professional fight on foreign soil, the psychological battle between feeding off home crowd energy versus using the underdog status as motivation will be nearly as compelling as the physical confrontation in the ring. The electric atmosphere will undoubtedly elevate both men's performances, pushing them to dig deeper than they ever have before in their careers. The stakes couldn't be higher for both men as they prepare for this career-defining encounter. For in no way, victory would represent another step toward all-time great status, potentially setting up super fights against other division champions, or even a move up to featherweight to chase history. A loss, while not catastrophic, given his established legacy, would raise questions about his ability to maintain dominance as he moves deeper into his prime years. Akhmadaliev faces a different kind of pressure. The knowledge that opportunities like this don't come often and that defeating an icon like Inoue could transform his career overnight from respected contender to global superstar. The tension between these competing motivations will fuel both training camps in the lead-up to fight night, with each man pushing himself beyond previous limits to gain any possible advantage. Akhmadaliev's path to victory requires executing a near-perfect game plan that plays to his strengths while neutralizing Inoue's multifaceted attack. He must establish his jab early to disrupt Inoue's rhythm, use constant lateral movement to avoid becoming a stationary target, and commit to a sustained body attack that could slow the monster's movement in later rounds. Perhaps most crucially, he needs to resist the temptation to trade power shots with one of boxing's most devastating punchers, instead focusing on accumulating points through volume and variety. The Obek challenger's amateur pedigree suggests he has the technical foundation to implement such a strategy, but maintaining discipline under fire from Inoue's offensive onslaught presents an entirely different challenge. His corner will need to keep him focused on the long game, reminding him that victory may come through accumulation rather than a single spectacular moment. Inoue's approach will likely focus on controlling distance and pace while looking for opportunities to land his fight-changing power shots. His underrated footwork allows him to